Here are the halftime stats as we get set for the second half. And the kickoff kick comes out onto the field. Not a real deep kick. Should be returned. We expected this one to be close, Boots. And here we are in tie in the second half. This is going to be struggling right until the end of the momentum has gone back and forth so far. We're going to see a lot of big plays before this one's over. We expected to see this one. We expected to see this one to be close, Boots. We expected this one to be close, Boots. And here we are tied up in the second half. This one's going to be struggling right until the end of the momentum has gone by and back and forth so far. We're going to see a lot of big plays before this one's over. We expected this one to be close, Boots, and here we are tied up in the second half. This one's going to be a struggle right till the end of the momentum has gone back and forth so far. We're going to see a lot of big plays before this one's over. Dropping back to pass on first down. Tosses it right. Tosses it right. An incomplete pass bringing up second down. To carry it, they'll go with the play fake. With the pass, third down upcoming after the incomplete pass. Gets rid of it. Jumping, and he has it. So it's fourth down here for a fine defensive play that prevents him from getting past the mark. That receiver just didn't show very good concentration on that play. You plan to play, the quarterback makes a good pass, and poor execution by the receiver means that your offense heads back to the sidelines. So 3 and out, and they'll line up the punt. Fair catch called for. Fair catch called for. Hey, no reason to take a chance and risk a fumble. Smart move there by the returner. Ooh, great fun on the defensive coordinator. And this is the type of team that likes to blitz to create pressure. They'll call the cover 2 or cover 3 on passing downs a lot of the time, but they also like to bring extra guys to the blitzes trying to mix it up. Great form on the defensive coordinator. And this is the type of team that likes to blitz to create pressure. They'll call a cover 2 or cover 3 on passing downs a lot of the time, but they also like to bring extra guys on the blitzes trying to mix it up. Now they're looking at second and long after the sack. He's on the run, and he high steps his way through the end zone. That's a huge play by the quarterback. The quarterback made the right read on that one, leading to a long pass reception that puts him some points on the board. That's a huge play by the quarterback. The quarterback made the right read on that one, leading to a long pass reception that puts some points on the board. Well, you can't ask for much more out of the drive that gets you into the end zone. Yeah, this was a nice drive, but keeping those claims moving the board cost him penalties. Well, you can't ask for much more out of a drive that gets you into the end zone. Yeah, this was a nice job of keeping those chains moving and avoiding costly penalties. Now they got to see if they could keep this momentum that they haven't established going for the remainder of this game. Short kickoff. The defense shut down the offense the last time that they had the ball. He got stopped on that play, Boots. That was just real reckless when the offense decides to run. He was stuffed on that play, Boots. They're just reckless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly. They did a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting the cutback lanes the back has to choose from. He was stuffed on that play, Boots. They're just reckless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly. They do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunity. Here comes the blitz. Amazing call by. That's the type of thing that can happen when you get this guy the ball. He's going to move the ball, and he's going to move it with speed. He just overthrew that one. That pass was clearly overthrown. Looking to pass, lines up with 5 wide receivers this time. Looking to pass, lines up with 5 wide receivers. They call that an inverted. Look at him here. Look at him here. He wasn't going to be stopped on that one. Look at him there. He wasn't going to be stopped on that one. He's a hard runner. He shows out the defenders. Then he gets into the end zone for a score. So the offense puts together a tiny streak of plays that ends with the ball in the end zone and the touchdown on the scoreboard, and give some credit to the big offensive line. Those guys are working hard out there, and it's showing on drives like that. So the offense puts together a tiny streak of plays to end the ball. So the offense puts together a tiny streak of plays to end with the ball in the end zone and a touchdown on the scoreboard. It gives you credit to that big offensive line. Those guys are working hard out there, and it's showing off this drives like that. So the offense puts together a tiny streak of plays to enter the ball in the end zone and a touchdown on the scoreboard. It gives you credit to the big offensive line there. Those guys are working hard out there, and it's showing on drives like that. So the offense puts together a tiny string of plays to end with the ball in the end zone and a touchdown on the scoreboard. Gives you credit to the big offensive line there. Those guys are working hard out there, and it's showing on drives like that. They're lined up for the extra point. So the offense puts together a tiny string of plays to end with the ball in the end zone and a touchdown on the scoreboard. And gives you credit to that big offensive line. Those guys are working hard out there, and it's showing on drives like that. He's just about ready to kick this one away. Sure kid didn't get all that one. Sure kid didn't get all of that one. Sure kid didn't get much of that. So you gotta see this big hit one more time. He just split him right there on the ground. That's a one-time tackle right there. He gets the carry. Get it two. Get it two. Normally, he's very short-handed, but he could find a way to bring that pass in. For the completion, he can catch just about anything that the quarterback throws into this direction. He couldn't find a way to quieten that one down to bring it in for him. Normally, he's very short of hand, but he couldn't find a way to bring that pass in for a completion. Normally, he's very short-handed, but he couldn't find a way to break the pass in for the completion. Normally, he's very short-handed, but he couldn't find a way to bring that pass in for the completion. He could catch just about any type that the quarterback throws in his direction. He couldn't find a way to quiet that one down to bring it in for a catch. It's loose. It's loose. He's trying to make something happen by himself, but it ends up falling on the ground. So after the fumble, now it's 1st and 10. Hit his man coming out of the backfield. Yeah, when you blitz like that, the back can slip out of the backfield unnoticed. The defense played that one just about as well as you can. He couldn't come up with the interception. I'll tell you, he did almost everything right on that one. He was able to read the quarterback's eyes. He got himself in a good position to make the interception. When it got to him, he just bounced off his hands. He couldn't come up with the interception. I'll tell you, he did almost everything right on that one. He was able to read the quarterback's eyes. He got himself in good position to make the interception. When it got to him, he just bounced off his hands. They got pressure that time, and the quarterback pays off the price. He had the choice. They got pressure that time, and the quarterback pays the price. He had it. He got him just as he was releasing the ball. He did avoid a sack, but he's got to be careful not to throw the ball up in the air for grabbing the defense can pick it off. They got pressure that time, and the quarterback pays the price. Yeah, the pass rush got to him just as he was releasing the ball. He did avoid a sack, but he's got to be careful not to throw the ball up for grabs where the defense can pick it off. Comes in for about a 30-yard field goal attempt. A nice kick, and it's good. Had the lead here in the third quarter. As we take a look at the successful returning kicks, we'll get ready for the kickoff. And this one's a short kick. This one's the short kickoff. And it'll be 2nd and short. Gets rid of it. And it's complete. And it'll be 2nd and less than 2 following that pass for decent yardage. I'll tell you, when you got 2nd and short, you can just about anything get anywhere. And it'll be 2nd and less than 2 following that pass for decent yardage. I'll tell you, when you got 2nd and short, you can call just about anything and everywhere, because if you don't get it on this play, you can always go back out there in third, and you still only need a yard or two for the first down. And it'll be 2nd and less than 2 following that pass for decent yardage. I'll tell you, when you got second and short, you can call just about anything and everything. Because if you don't get it off on this play, you can always go back to there on third, and you'll be still really able. And it'll be second and less than 2, following that pass for decent yardage. I'll tell you, when you got in second and short, you can always just about any call, and it'll be second and less than 2, following that pass for decent yardage. I'll tell you, when you got second and short, you can call just about anything and everywhere, because if you don't get it on this play, you can always go back out there on third, and you'll still only need a yard or 2 for the first down. Has room. He's blitzing it back. Yeah, this is a chance that he'll feel that one tomorrow. Yeah, but how hard he just got here, he's lucky he'll be able to hold on to the ball. He'll feel that one tomorrow. Yeah, but how hard he just got here, he's lucky he'll be able to hold on to the ball. He'll feel that one tomorrow. Yeah, but how hard he just got here, he's lucky to be able to hold on to the ball. He's blitzing it. He's blitzing it back. Yeah, that's a chance you take. You're hoping to get some penetration and hit him in the backfield. But if you miss, there isn't a lot to help at the next level. You keep him from picking up the first down. Gets the toss to the left. They blitz in the backfield. Yeah, that's a chance you take. You're hoping to get some penetration and hit him in the backfield. But if you miss, there isn't a lot to help at the next level to keep him from picking up the first down. He tried to create something on his own there. Yeah, he really dug it in the guy. He takes off. He tried to create something on his own there. Yeah, he really dug in to give extra effort that they needed to get to him. He tried to create something on his own there. Yeah, he really dug in to give extra effort there that he needed to get in there. And he dropped it. The Titan was right there, but he just couldn't get the pass under control. The Titan was right there, but he just couldn't get that pass under control. I don't know what happened there. Quarterback did his job, delivering the catchable ball. He just couldn't come up with it. Slips the tackle. Right on time. Slips the tackle. Lose, he's hurt. We'll get an update from the sidelines as soon as the extent of the injury is known. Lost one to the end zone. Drops the interception. They're lucky that one wasn't picked off. Yeah, he started thinking about how he's going to take it back the other way. It makes a big play for the defense. They're lucky that one wasn't picked off. Yeah, he started thinking about how he was going to take that back all the way home. They're lucky that one wasn't picked off. Yeah, he started thinking about how he was going to take that back the other way and make a big play for the defense. He just forgot to bring the ball with him. They're lucky that one wasn't picked off. Yeah, he started thinking about how he was going to take it back the other way and make a big play for the defense. He just forgot to bring the ball with him. That pass was too short. Yeah, it was hard to hit. That pass was too short. Yeah, it was hard to catch an underthrown ball that he used to lead the receiver out there a little bit better. And he just threw the ball behind his receiver. Yeah, that was just a poor throw. I'm sure the quarterback would love to have that one back. Couldn't find any blocking on that play. The defense is always very aggressive when they're defending on the run. They're extremely disciplined. They got there and up blocks very quickly, making it tough to find the openings when you're running the ball. The back couldn't find any blocking on that one. The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined. They get off the blocks very quickly. Makes it tough to find openings when you're running the ball. The back couldn't find any blocking on that one. The defense is very always aggressive when defending the run. The back couldn't pick up any blocking on that one. The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined. They got off their blocks very quickly. Makes a hop. The back couldn't find any blocking on that play. The back couldn't pick up any blocking on that play. The defense is always very aggressive when defending the ball. The back couldn't pick up any blocking on that play. The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined. They get their blocks off there quickly. The back couldn't pick up any blocking on that play. The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined. They get off their blocks very quickly. It makes it tough to find openings when you're running the ball. And here's a look at each team's success on third down. So far, third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means your offense is making big plays when they need it. He dropped a sure touchdown pass. If you're the offense who hate to see things like that happen, what happens if they don't get it now? This could really come back to haunt it. Can tie this game up if he can put it through. Can tie this game up if he can put it through. Well, these teams are very evenly matched. This makes it for a better game. I think the struggling of the game continues to come to play. Well, these teams are very evenly matched. This makes it for a better game. I think the strategy of the game comes into play here more. Well, Boots, these teams are very evenly matched. This makes it for a better game, I think. The strategy of the game comes into play here more. And it is a short kickoff. The momentum has been going back and forth so far. This one looks like it's going to be a close game. The momentum has been going back and forth so far. This one looks like it's going to be a close game right to the end. The momentum has been going back and forth so far. This one looks like it's going to be a close game right to the end. With 6 defensive backs. He couldn't hang on to it. I just don't know how you lose focus in the football. He couldn't hang on to it. I just don't know how you lose focus in the football. He couldn't hang on to it. I just don't know why he couldn't hang on to it. I just don't know how you lose focus in a football. He lost it. Recovered it. Great play by the defense to recover the fumble. Yeah, they were right there to jump onto the ball. Great play by the defense to recover the fumble. Yeah, they're right there to jump on the ball. So the coach wants the referee to take another look at that last call. The call on the field is questionable. They're going to review it, and this one might get reversed. And will take a field look to determine whether the ball came out before the knee was down. The key thing here is that the ball started to come out before the knee was down. If they did him, it should get counted as a fumble. It was a close call, but there just wasn't enough evidence to reverse it. This is one of the cases where it's better to be safe than sorry. It was a close call, but there just wasn't enough evidence to reverse it. This is one of those cases where it's better to be safe than sorry. A breakdown in coverage of the offense is unable to take advantage of that one. A breakdown in coverage of the offense is unable to take advantage of. That was another play where he started running before he had possession of the ball. You got to make the catch before you start thinking about where you want to go and to do with it. A breakdown in coverage of the offense is unable to take advantage of. That was another play where he started running before he had possession of the ball. You got to make the catch before you start thinking about where you're going to do with it. Here's what happened. The quarterback just didn't have a throwing lane on this pass. He let that one go. The lineman got ahead of there to batted the ball at the line of scrimmage. Here's what happened. The quarterback just didn't have a throwing lane for his pass. He let that one go, and the lineman got his hand up to back it down at the line. It looked like he came up with it, but he just couldn't get that pass under control. He did a nice job of getting off the line and getting into his pass pattern, and he had that ball bounce right off his fingertips. And the kicking team come on for this field goal with 10 yards away. And the kicking team come on for this field goal attempt. He's now missed twice in the game. 1 yard gain by the running back. The running back gets about 3. And the catch is made. Watch it here. This is a great call on third down to keep this drive alive. We're in a tough spot here. This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that first down. Can't draw any better than that. Textbook first down. Not much there, maybe a yard. We've updated our turnover stack, and here it looks it right here. We've updated our turnover stats, and it looks like this. It's tackled behind the line by Peterson. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done after this point. A lot of speed on the field for defense as they lined up in the corner defense. A lot of speed on the field for defense as they lined up in the corner. And the defenders got it. The defender is there to make the play. He just stepped in front of that one. He saw his opportunity, and boom, he took it. Not that quite far enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, the guy calling the players loves this kind of situation because on second and short, everything in the playbook is an option.
Well, he's just shaken up after that play. We'll get you a report from the sideline when the extent of the information of the injury is known. Well, he's just shaken up. Well, he's shaken up after that play, and we'll get the report from the sidelines when we get the information. Picked up about a yard on the run. He came free in that play, but he couldn't make the catch.
Rhythm and consistency is one of the most important keys to success. When you drop back to pass the ball, it's hard to find the rhythm and establish some consistency. When your quarterback and your receivers are dropping passes, that should be catching up as well. It will be a long field goal attempt.
He came free in that play, but he couldn't make the catch.
Rhythm and consistency is one of the most important keys to success. When you drop back to pass the ball, but it's very hard to find the rhythm and establish some consistency. When your quarterback and your receivers are dropping passes, you should be catching.
This will be a long field goal attempt, about 49-yarder. Very upset after he fails again. 3. Very upset after he fails again. 3 in the game. Big time play by.
Yeah, you talk about making it look easy out there. He brought that one up and made it look very easy.
Good looking play there as he picked up the first down to keep the drive alive. Did a nice job bringing that one in.
Yep, the quarterback lobbed it in there and let his receiver do the hard work.